Okay, this is the second video on creating a frequency distribution and a frequency graph, in this case a histogram. So we're starting with this worksheet that we had from before, and we're going to create a chart or a graph for this. So we're going to go to this section, and then we're going to go to insert a chart. Now there's also some things right here. You could probably click on charts here. You probably have something that has a chart on it. Something like this. You might see this something like this on your screen. We may use this. What we're looking for here is a column chart. So I'm going to go to insert a chart because I like to go from there. And we're waiting for it to well, maybe it just takes me to this window. So once I'm here, I'm going to choose column, and I want the first one right here. In this case, a cluster column. So that's what we're going to do. And I see why it's not going to work, because we need to highlight this information first. So right now it highlighted automatically. So when you do this, let's start over here. We should highlight this information before we do the column chart. So now we can insert a chart. If it's highlighted, it should take us to this thing. We're going to take cluster. We're going to use that. So everything's highlighted. So we have this bar graph. Now what we're going to have to do is create a histogram from this. So we're going to have to change some of its properties. Let me make this a little bit bigger, so we can see those. So we need to get these together on the plot. So that would be under chart layout. We have that. I think that we can just double click on this, or and we can gap. Yes, so if you double click on a bar, you should get a window. What we're looking for is gap width. We want that to be 0. So we're going to make that 0 here. And you can see that the bars are then put together. We're also going to want to change the thing. So I'm going to have it vary colors. So under fill, I'm going to have it vary colors. You can also change the colors yourself if you'd like. So this varies the color so it's easier to see. And then I'm going to want to get rid of the, whoops, I didn't stay. So vary colors, options, gap width 0, and OK. Alright, it stayed that time. I need to get rid of the legend here, so I'm going to click on that and just delete it. I don't want the legend in there. And we need to insert some titles here. So that's going to be under chart layout. You click on chart layout here, and then we're going to add some legends up here. There should be legends here. You might see that in a different place, but we're going to add an axis title. Okay, and we're going to add a chart title. So the chart title is this one. You can just put that in here. We can just double click on it. We don't have to use this. We can actually just don't even have to double click. We just click on it so that we can delete it. And we want to use here tax per state. And then this would be in pennies down here, so we have to add that chart title. So we're going to add a horizontal one below that's going to say tax in pennies here, tax in cents, because that's what it is. And over on this side, we're going to have frequency. So we're going to add a vertical one. We're going to have it look like this, rotated title. So we're going to put frequency here. And this will be our histogram for that. It matches that, and that's what you're going to do for that. Now, you're on your assignment, you're going to do this one, and you're going to do the secondary one on the document here. So you're going to also copy and paste these numbers here and put those in a secondary chart. Now, on this one, what you want to do here is there's a tab down here at the bottom, and the tab down at the bottom says, on mine says sheet 1. So let's see if I can show you that here. We have to make it a little smaller. Okay, there we go. So on the bottom here it says sheet 1. So we're going to make this problem 1. So we click on it, double click, I guess, and then we can change the name to problem 1, and then we're going to add a thing that says problem 2. Double click, problem 2. We're then going to go back to our Word document, and this is heights of volcanoes. So we're going to put height here. I'm going to make this bigger again. Select all, and make it bigger. Okay, and then I'm going to take my data. This is height. And we're going to copy and paste our data. So in this one, we're going to still have to do some, since they're in columns again, copy, under edit, copy, and over here, put the cursor there, edit, paste. We're going to have to move them all to one column, so I want to make these bigger. So they're 18, so you can see them a little bit better. We're still going to have to copy these and put them in the rows. Okay, this one's a single. Okay, move this over here. Move these up here. Okay, and then we'll just take these numbers and copy and paste them down here. Or cut them and paste them. If you cut and paste, then it moves it down. So I'm cutting and then pasting. I'm going to move this down to here. Okay, and then I'll move the last one while I'm at it. To there. Okay, so we have them all in a column, and then we need to sort and make a frequency of 10. Now, what you want to do here is sort these. So in this case, we want to sort these, highlight them and sort them. And then we have to decide what our intervals are going to be. So A to Z, we want it to go the other way. So we click on it again. So it's going to sort from low to high. So our interval has to go to like 12,000. So we're going from 0 to 12,000, and we need 10 intervals. So if we divide 12,000, since we start at 0 and we're going to, I'm just rounding here. If we divide 12,000, so we'll just do this on the thing. This will do it. 12,000 divided by 10. That means each one's 1,200. So that means my first interval on this, so we have classes and frequency. We're going to have the first class be 0 to 1199. Oops, because we wanted to go to 12,000. So my next one's going to start at 12,000 or 1,200. So that's just using this number that I have here. So I'm adding this each time. I'm adding this each time to my first and last number. So this one's going to be 12,000 to, if I add 12,000 to this, I'd get 2 and that's 399. So that's going to be my next class. I need to make it a little wider so you can see it. So each number here, I'm going to add 1,200 to each of these numbers each time. So 1,200 and 1,200 is 2,400. And then 1,200 to this number, 2,399, is 33,599. So I'm just adding 1,200 each time. So I should be okay. I should get 10 classes, I hope. So try that out. Then you're going to do your same thing with frequency and create the graph. So that's what you need to finish up. Make sure you save it. Make sure you save it. Okay. You want to save. I'm going to save it in my folder here. And then you're going to send it to me in an email. So that's what's going to happen on your document. So make sure you have 2 problems all done and that you've saved it in there. So I'm going to save mine in my algebra, principles of algebra and geometry folder so that I can find it. I'm going to call it frequency charts. Okay, Excel. All right, so I'm just going to do that so I have a copy of this so I can bring it back up later if I need to. That way if I lost it, let's say, okay, we're just going to continue there. Okay, so I'm done, and that's what you're going to do for your rest of your assignment. So hopefully this is helpful and it gives you a lot of tools. Remember frequency here. Just to finish up here, we want to go and just type in equals count, parentheses, and highlight all the numbers from 0 to 11 to 1,099. It looks like this is the only 2 there are. The next one starts at, so this would just be, there'd be just 2 of them on that one. So use your count thing to do that. So that's it. So continue working on this and finish up and turn it in.